Hi everybody and welcome to Australian Mining for New Starters. And I know a lot of people with the new year are trying to start a new career in mining, and I often get asked what's the most important thing to understand when you're trying to get a job in the mining industry. And at the moment today, it's how the autonomous trucks in mining are going to affect the mining jobs moving forward. Now, there are three types of mining. There's strip mining, pit mining and underground mining. Now, believe it or not, the autonomous driving vehicles started their life in underground mines, in hard rock underground mines. So our underground loaders, which are called boggers, have been driving themselves to and from stopes for more than a decade now. So the first bogger that I saw that could drive itself was in 2007. Now they've transferred that technology up into the trucks on the strip mines. But one of the important things that you need to understand with these autonomous trucks in Australia is that they all have to be operated in an exclusion zone. And once a person sets foot on that exclusion zone, then all the trucks have to stop. And it's the same with the boggers underground. They have barriers up so people can't get into the area. Now, what does that mean for mining? It means that practically the autonomous trucks really can't be used in pit or underground mining because it's difficult to make an exclusion zone. Where they can be used is in strip mining. Now, the biggest, most common strip mines in Australia are the iron ore mines in the north of WA. However, there are a number of coal mines in the north of Queensland that also meet this criteria. And there was an article in the Queensland Courier Mail not too long ago about BHP Mitsubishi Alliance's plan to turn 6 to 8 of their mine sites into autonomous mine sites. Now, why is that important? Well, if you're starting off in mining now and you're trying to get a truck driving job on one of these strip mines, then there's not going to be a long-term career for you. If you want a long-term career, you need to look at the pits, but most of all, you probably need to look at underground mining. They're not going to be replacing the truck drivers anytime soon, even though they can with the technology that they've got. It's just with the exclusion zones, none of the mines departments around Australia are going to change what's a successful system to something that could leave themselves being open to people getting run over with driverless trucks. Not to mention the people that have to go underground to perform jobs aren't going to drive around these things. They are trying to do a autonomous mine in Africa, but even then they're still using the exclusion zone and they're running two declines. So it's going to be one decline for the autonomous trucks, and it's going to be another decline for all the people to drive up and down and the other equipment to drive up and down. And that's a very expensive way of doing things. So that's what you need to know about autonomous trucks and how that's going to affect mining moving forward. Like I said, in the next sort of 5 to 10 years, a lot of the strip mines or all the strip mines will go to these autonomous trucks, but then there'll be another big delay before they start driving around people in utes and all that sort of stuff. I did have a mines inspector once tell me that his standard for driving around an autonomous truck would be when people start jumping on planes without pilots, and I reckon that's a pretty good standard. So that gives you some idea of how long it's going to be before people underground get replaced or in the pits. But unfortunately for lots of people who are working in strip mines, the technology's there and it allows them to do it because it's easy to establish an exclusion zone with strip mining. So I hope people find that information helpful. And like I said, one of the biggest things that you need to know about if you're trying to choose an area of where to get into, where the long-term career is going to be. And for that, it's got to be hard rock underground mining.